Last year, the temperature in Harrisburg hit 67 on the first day of the Pennsylvania Farm Show, the highest ever during the show. And yesterday, it hit 67 again during this year's show, about as far as you can get from the mid-state folklore known as farm show weather. This is the 92nd run of the nation's largest indoor agricultural exposition, always held in January. And if you talk to folks who've attended year after year, you'll inevitably hear that some of the coldest and snowiest weather of the winter seems to occur during the show. Now, of course, it's supposed to be cold and sometimes snowy in Harrisburg in January. The average high is about 37, average low 23, average snowfall for the month around 10 inches, or 1/3 of an inch per day. Of course, that's not how we typically think of snowfall, but the point is, during any January event that lasts several days, it wouldn't be unusual to get some snow. Now, the farm show weather folklore likely started early on in 1918, the second year of the show. That January was the coldest month on record in Harrisburg. The highest temperature during the show was only 24, and the snow lay 16 inches deep after 4.5 inches fell on the first day. From there, let's follow temperature and snowfall over the show's history. We'll do it by decade, starting in the 1920s. Think of these red lines as representing averages. From the 20s to the 50s, temperature and snowfall were pretty close to average during Farm Show Week. In those 4 decades, there was only one big snowstorm during the show, 7.5 inches in 1935. The next year, more than a foot fell the day before the show opened, and temperatures bottomed out at -6 that week. Those 2 years alone were probably enough to keep the folklore alive. Now, the 60s were a cold decade during the Farm Show Week and about average in snowfall. But in 1964, a big storm hit on opening day, dumping 18 inches in Harrisburg, and temperatures fell below zero the next 2 nights. This year, 1964 did more than any other to that point to promote the legend. After that, the 70s and 80s were also cold decades during the farm show and relatively snowy. During one stretch, there was at least an inch of snow in 11 of 12 years. Then came the 1990s, when it snowed every year during the farm show, but the one we all remember is 1996, when the infamous January blizzard dumped 22 inches on Harrisburg, most of it on the second day of the show, stranding many who were already there and keeping many would-be visitors at home. As far as the most recent decade, well, it's so far the least snowy and warmest decade on record during Farm Show Week. In the end, given what's typical in January, the weather during the farm show really hasn't been that unusual. But when you combine a few really big snows and cold snaps with an event so popular with so many Pennsylvanians, you're bound to create some great folklore. Fred will be back with the extended forecast next.
Visit the Penn State section of Get Local to find programs that make the resources of Penn State University available in your home on your schedule. Categories include Penn State Life, Research, Outdoors, Home and Garden, Arts, PA Stories, Health, Education, and World War II. Penn State on-demand videos are posted with additional online resources at live.psu.edu/VOD.